May is Military Appreciation Month, and the Navy is doing its part to appreciate its own service members. Joining me now live tonight is Captain Ken Barrett of the U.S. Navy. And Captain, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thanks for having me, Beverly.
This program, this new program that's started, it's called the Career Intermission Pilot Program. Explain how that's going to work and why the Navy is interested in starting something like this.
Well, I tell you, Beverly, you know, what the Navy has been really looking for is to be able to look at things that the sailors have been telling them that they want as far as career flexibility for their personal and professional life. So what the Navy pushed forward through the National Defense Authorization Act in 2009 was to get a pilot program for an off-ramp, basically, an off-ramp, on-ramp. So we call it Career Intermission Pilot Program, and basically that's exactly it. They have the ability to actually take up to 3 years off of active duty, and during that period of time they can use it for whatever they need to use it for. They'll be able to keep their medical and dental benefits during that time, and then they come back a full up round.
And so if you take the time off and you can do anything, what does it do to your military career in the meantime? Does it hurt you at all, or do you lose rank, or perhaps does it interrupt the ability to move up a rank?
Well, that's a great question, and I tell you that we looked at that very close, and what we wanted to do was to make sure that you weren't disadvantaged if you did take this option. So actually what we do is we stop the clock. So as far as your career progression, you actually stop at that point, and then when you come back on, then your clock restarts. So, you know, somebody else who may have been in a position doing something else, and when it comes time for promotion, you may, you know, whatever, get evaluated against somebody who had done another job while you were off. Now with the clock stopped, you basically, it's an even playing field.
I can imagine that a lot of women who start families might want to take advantage of something like this. Is it thought out with that particular thing in mind?
Well, those are one of the areas certainly we're looking at. We have more and more women coming into our Navy each year. We certainly have been getting exit surveys from them that have said, hey, I'd like to be able to have a little bit of flexibility to start a family. But we've been hearing other things too. You know, it could be, you know, elder care. It could be a sick parent or something like that. I'd like to be able to have a year or two off to be able to spend those last years with somebody ill. It could be to complete their educational requirements in a particular thing. It may be, you know, to go hike Mount Everest or something like that, or whatever it may be, whatever your own personal desires are on that.
And if someone's interested in doing the program, they're in the military, perhaps watching this program tonight, what do you have to do to sign up?
Well, we actually have gone through a process where we've taken applications, and we actually have a board next week down in Millington at our personnel command. And during that time, we'll select those individuals for the program, and we'll have our first folks start this year.
Is it limited to a certain number of people per year?
Yes, it's for 20 officers and 20 enlisted, and it's just part of the pilot program, and we have the ability to do that for the next 4 years.
Wow, that's exciting. And is it limited to just the Navy, or is the Army, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, are they participating as well?
Well, as of right now, the Authorization Act does give all the services the ability to do this. The Navy is actually, since we put in the legislation for it, to basically, we are the ones who are first trying out the pilot. So I think the other services will come on board later.
Somehow I think it's going to be very popular.
I think so. I think so.
Captain Ken Barrett, thank you so much for coming in, and good luck.
All right.
And thank you for your service.
Thanks.